Hello everyone, magandang buhay po sa lahat. I'm happy to share with you my knowledge in mathematics. So sit back and let us learn math in easiest way. Sa video na ito, we are going to discuss the division of monomials to derive laws of exponents. So there are three laws of exponent that we are going to derive as we divide monomials. So the three laws of exponents are the quotient rule, negative rule, and zero exponent. So magpipresent po ako ng different examples on how to divide monomials applying the laws of exponent. So I will going to present it in step-by-step presentation. Okay, so let's start. We're going to divide monomials by expanding numerator and denominator. And later, we will derive the laws of exponents. So let's have this number one example. 3 raised to the fourth power divided by 3 raised to the second power. Okay, so we're going to expand the numerator and denominator. So this will become 3 raised to 4 will become 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. So we're going to multiply 3 4 times because the exponent is 4. Okay? And then in the denominator, we're going to expand 3 squared. That will become 3 times 3. Okay. So after the expanded form of the numerator and denominator, we are going to cancel out the same value or the same variable in the numerator and in the denominator. Okay? So we have 3 here. We have 3. If you're going to divide 3, divide by 3, that is equal to 1. Or we can cancel. Okay? So we can cancel 3, 3, and this one. So what is the remaining value? So we have 3 times 3 here in the numerator. So this become, that is equal to 3 times 3. So if we're going to multiply, this will become 9. Okay? How about this variable? Number 2 example. The given is variable. In number 1, ang given po ay numbers. Okay, for number 2, a raised to 6 divided by a raised to 4. So we're going to expand the numerator. So this will become a raised to 6 is equal to a times a times a times a times a times a. So we are going to multiply a 6 times because the exponent is 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. How about a raised to 4? We're going to expand. We're going to multiply a 4 times. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the same process with number 1, we are going to cancel out those variable in the numerator and in the denominator. Okay, so we have cancel A, then A, another A, another A. So, may dalawang natitirang A sa numerator, wala nang partner sa denominator, so hindi na pwedeng i-cancel out yan. Okay? So, dapat meron sila pareho. Okay? So, this will become A times A. If you're going to multiply A times A, that is equal to A squared. Okay? So, notice here, a raised to 6 divided by a raised to 4, that is equal to a squared. So what happened to the exponent? So this is 6, this is 4. Okay? So we notice that we can subtract the exponent of the numerator to the exponent in the denominator. So if you are going to subtract 6 minus 4, then the difference is equal to 2. Okay? So parang ganun po yan. Let's try another example. Okay, so how about this number 3 example? So we have here negative b raised to 2 divided by b. So the exponent of b here is 2 and the exponent of b in the denominator is 1. So wala pong naka-indicate na exponent, understood ng exponent po ay 1. Now, we're going to expand the numerator. The expanded form is negative b times b. So why negative b times b? Bakit walang negative yung isang b? So here, wala pong close and open parenthesis. So meaning to say, ito pong b, ang exponent niya ay 2. Hindi po kasama yung negative na exponent ng 2. Okay. So, ang ibig sabihin po kasi nito, negative b squared, ang may negative po ay numerical coefficient. So, wala pong naka-indicate na numerical coefficient. Therefore, ang numerical coefficient po dito ay 1. Sa denominator, 1 din po. But here, we have negative. So, ang numerical coefficient dito ay negative 1. Dito naman po ay positive 1. Okay? Kaya, kapag nag-expand tayo, hindi po kasama yung negative. Okay? So if you're going to factor out negative b squared, this will become negative b times b. Okay? So that if you're going to multiply negative b times b, that is negative b squared. Okay. How about 1b? or B. So wala na pong expanded form, yan na lang po yan. Now, we're going to cancel out the same variable in the numerator and denominator. So cancel po natin yung B. So the remaining variable there is negative B. So notice there that our answer, the exponent is 1. Here, go back to the given question. Ang exponent po ng B sa numerator ay 2, dito po ay 1. So if you're going to subtract 2 minus 1, the exponent is 1. So yun po yung exponent ng magiging sagot. So another one, number 4 example. So this time, meron po tayo negative, but we have close and open parenthesis. So yung negative is inside the parenthesis at yung exponent ay outside the parenthesis. So paano po yan i-expand? So this will become, ganito lang po yan, negative n raised to 6 na may close and open parenthesis. So lahat po ng factors niya ay may negative. Ano po? Kasi inside the parenthesis po yung negative. So we have negative n times 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 negative n. So we're going to multiply negative n 6 times because the exponent is 6. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how about the denominator, negative n raised to 4. So again, we have close and open parenthesis. So let's become an expanded form, negative n times negative n times negative n times negative n. So we're going to multiply negative n 4 times because the exponent is 4. Okay, now, we're going to cancel out variable in the numerator and in the denominator. So kapag magkapareho po sila, pwede po nating canceled out o tanggalin. Because a number divided by itself is equal to 1. So ito po ay 1, ito po ay 1, ito po ay 1, ito po ay 1. Okay, if you multiply 1 times 1 times 1 times 1, that is equal to 1. Okay po ba? So, yun po yung magiging kalalabasan. Ano po? So, ang natitira po dito ay negative n times negative n. So, lagay ko po sa dulo. This become negative n times negative n. So, what is negative n times negative n? So, if you multiply negative times negative, that is positive. And then, to multiply monomial, since they have the same variable, then all you have to do is add the exponent. So 1 plus 1, that is equal to 2. So the answer is n squared. Okay, notice here, the exponent is 6, the exponent is 4. Okay? Then, the exponent of the answer is 2. So what happened? I think we just subtract 6 minus 4, that is equal to 2. Okay? Another illustration for number 5 example. So we have C raised to 3 times D raised to 7 divided by C raised to 2 times D raised to 6. Okay. So ang operation po between variables, pag wala pong nakalagay, automatic yan po ay times. Ano po? So we are going to expand the numerator and denominator and canceled out common factors. Okay. So C cubed D raised to 7. Okay, if you factored out or expand, this will become, tatlo po yung C natin. So 1, 2, 3. At yung D natin ay 7. 7 po yung exponent. So count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there are 7D and there are 3C. In the denominator, C square and D raised to 6. So the expanded form or factors are, there are 2C, and then there are 6D. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now, we're going to cancel out the same factor. Okay? So again, a number divided by itself is equal to 1. Okay? So, cancel po natin yung C, dalawa sa numerator, dalawa sa denominator. Okay? Yung isang C, wala na pong partner dito, so hindi na po pwedeng i-cancel yung C sa numerator. Sa D naman, so 6 po yung denominator. So 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So dapat may partner din pong 6 sa numerator. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is the remaining variable in our given? Okay, ang remaining po dito ay itong C and then yung nasa dulo D. Okay, meron po ba sa denominator ang natitira? So wala po. So ito lang po ang natira na variable. Okay, after cancellation. We have C, D. So we just put up there CD or C times D. Okay, so notice there that CD is our final answer. What is the exponent of C here? 1. The exponent of D, 1. So let us take a look at the given na problem. So C squared, C cubed, and C squared. So if you subtract 3 minus 2, that is equal to 1. So the answer, or the exponent of the answer C here is 1. How about for D? 7 minus 6. Okay, subtract natin yung exponent. 7 minus 6 is 1. So the exponent of the variable D in our answer is 1. So notice there that we can conclude na kapag ang given ay magkaparehong variable in the numerator at denominator, all you have to do is you can subtract the exponent. Okay? So yun po yung pagsisimplify kapag variable. So ito po yung law of exponent, quotient rule. So ang tawag po dito ay quotient rule. If you're going to subtract the exponent of the numerator to the exponent of the denominator. So let us say the given is a raised to m divided by a raised to n. So to simplify, that is equal to a raised to m minus n. So we are going to subtract m minus n. So yun lang po yung case na ito ay kapag pareho po yung base. Pag pareho po yung variable. So dito po kasi parehong a. Okay, so let's try to apply this in the next example. Okay, so let's try to apply the law of exponent, the quotient rule, in dividing monomials. Okay, so here's our example number 1. We have k raised to 12 divided by k raised to 10. So, i-divide po natin ito applying the law of exponent na quotient rule. Hindi na po natin gagamitin yung expanded form or expanding form and cancellation. So, ito po yung mas shortcut na method para makapag-divide po tayo ng monomials. Okay po? So, since the same po yung variable na k o yung base na k, all you have to do is copy the variable k and then subtract the exponents. Okay, so 12 minus 10, ito po yun. And then what is 12 minus 10? That is equal to 2. So the answer is k raised to 2. Okay, so 12 minus 10, that is equal to 2. So yan po yung quotient rule. Okay, how about this number 2 example? Number naman po, 6 raised to 5th power divided by 6 raised to 3rd power. Okay, so hindi na expanded form ang gagamitin natin. Ang gagamitin po natin ay quotient rule. The same po na 6 yung number. All you have to do is copy the number and subtract the exponent. So 5 minus 3, okay, this one. And 5 minus 3, that is equal to 2. Okay, so what is 6 squared? That is equal to 36. So that is how to simplify variable or numbers applying the quotient rule. Okay? Okay, so another example, we have number 3, a raised to 9, b raised to 5, divided by a raised to 4, b. So here, we can use quotient rule. Okay, so meron po tayong a sa numerator, we have a in the denominator. So all you have to do is you're going to subtract the exponent. Okay, so this will become for a, 9 minus 4, and for b, 5 minus 1. So 1 po ang exponent po dito kasi wala pong naka-indicate. So this is 5 minus 1. So again, the same a, subtract the exponent, 9 minus 5, 9 minus 4, okay, this one. And for b, 5 minus 1, okay, this one. And then simplify. So this will become 9 minus 5, 9 minus 4 is 5 for a, and for b, 5 minus 1 is equal to 4. Now, can you combine a and b? Okay, no. So therefore, this is your final answer. So a raised to 5, b raised to 4. Another one, number 4, negative m raised to 5, n raised to 3, divided by m raised to 3. So here, meron pong m sa numerator at may m sa denominator. But for n, only in the numerator. Wala pong n sa denominator. So how are we going to divide this monomial by a monomial? So ganito lang po yon. Okay, since pareho po silang m, okay, we can subtract the exponent. Okay po ba? Okay, this will become, so kunin po natin yung negative niya kasi negative divided by positive is negative. Okay po? Again, negative divided by positive is negative. So for the variable, 5 minus 3, we're going to subtract. Okay, m raised to 5 minus 3. And then for n, wala po tayong isusubtract kasi wala pong n sa denominator. So we just copy n raised to 3. Okay, and then simplify m, the exponent. What is 5 minus 3? That is equal to 2. So negative m raised to 2 n raised to 3. Is this our final answer? Okay, yes. So, hindi na po pwedeng i-simplify itong given na ito. Okay? How about this number 5 example? We have a raised to 5 divided by a raised to 5. So pareho pong 5 ang exponent at pareho pong a ang base. So what we're going to do? So applying the quotient rule, we are going to subtract the exponent kasi magkapareho po yung kanilang base. So a raised to 5 minus 5. And what is 5 minus 5? That is equal to 0. So according to the law of exponent, hindi po pwedeng ang exponent daw ay 0. So wala pong variable na may exponent ng 0. So ano po yung gagawin natin kapag ang exponent po ay 0? So yan po yung tinatawag natin na zero exponent. So another law of exponent is the zero exponent. If a variable or number is raised to 0, then the answer is always equal to 1. Okay? So any variable or any number raised to 0, then that is equal to 1. So therefore, our answer here, a raised to 0, that is equal to 1. Okay po ba? And notice here that a raised to 5 is the same as a raised to 5. Kung maalala po ninyo yung rule that if you divide a number by itself, then always that is equal to 1. Okay po ba? So another one, lagyan naman po natin ng numbers. Tignan natin. 3 raised to 2 divided by 3 raised to 2. So pareho pong 3, pareho pong 2 ang exponent. So hindi ko gagamitin dito yung zero exponent. Gamitin natin yung expanded form and simplify. Tignan natin kung kung ma-approve po niya yung zero exponent. So the expanded form there is 3 squared is 3 times 3. 3 squared sa denominator 3 times 3. And what is 3 times 3? 9. So that is 9 divided by 9. And what is 9 divided by 9? So again, a number divided by itself that is equal to 1. Okay. So kapag ginamit po natin yung exponent, the law of exponent na quotient rule, subtract the exponent, 2 minus 2 is 0. So 3 raised to 0, that is equal to 1. Or 9 divided by 9, that is equal to 1. So yun po yung law. Okay. How about this number 7? We have 10x raised to 7 divided by 5x raised to 7. So yung variable natin ay parehong x at parehong 7 ang exponent. Okay, but we have numerical coefficient 10 at sa denominator ay 5. So pag ganyan po, you can divide. What is 10 divided by 5? That is equal to 2. Okay, so we have 2 and then yung variable x, subtract natin yung exponent, 7 minus 7. So this will become, to simplify, 2x raised to 0 because 7 minus 7 is 0. And what is x raised to 0? Kapag ang exponent ay 0, always equal to 1. So ano pong gagawin natin dyan? So this will become 2 times 1. Ano po? Yung x raised to 0 is 1. So ang pagitan or yung operation ng 2 and x raised to 0 ay times. Kaya kapag nilagyan po natin ng 1 itong x raised to 0, hindi po pwedeng basta't ilagay na 1. Kapag walang close and open parenthesis, magiging 21 po yan. Okay? Kaya lalagyan po natin ng close and open parenthesis to indicate multiplication kasi multiplication po ang pagitan ng 2 and x raised to 0 here. So what is 2 times 1? That is equal to 2. Okay? So the final answer here is equal to 2. Okay, so how about this number 8 example? We have a raised to 6, b raised to 7, divided by a raised to 2, b raised to 7. Okay, so here, the same variable a, the same variable b. So all you have to do is you're going to subtract the exponent. So for a, we have 6 minus 2. Okay, this one. And then for b, pareho pong 7. So b raised to 7 minus 7. Okay. So, simplify natin yung exponent. For A, 6 minus 2, that is equal to 4. And for B, 7 minus 7 is equal to 0. So, we have now A raised to 4 times B raised to 0. So, bakit ko po nilagyan ng times dito? So, yung pagitan po ng A and B ay, again, wala pong naka-indicate na operation. Automatic, yan po ay multiplication. So, nilagyan ko lang po, mamaya makikita natin. Okay. So, if we're going to simplify, B raised to 0, that is equal to 1. Okay? If the exponent is 0, that is equal to 1. So, this become A raised to 4 times p raised to 0 is 1. Okay. Now, if you're going to multiply a raised to 4 times 1, then that is equal to a raised to 4. Okay po ba? So now, our answer here or final answer is a raised to 4. So here, yung b raised to 7, kapag ganyan, pwede na po yan agad i-cancel. Okay po? Pag kinancel, so wala na po yung b. Hindi na po kasama sa sagot. Okay po ba? So, and then subtract lang po yung exponent ng a, 6 minus 2, that is equal to 4. Okay? For number 9 example, we have k raised to 2 divided by k raised to 5. Okay, here, the same k, yung variable, all you have to do is you're going to subtract the exponent. So we have k raised to 2 minus 5. Okay, the exponent of k in numerator is 2, in denominator is 5. So subtract, this will become 2 minus 5. Okay, this one. And then, if you simplify or subtract 2 minus 5, that will become negative 3. So according to the rule ng law of exponent, hindi daw pwedeng ang exponent is negative. Okay? So make the exponent in a positive way. Okay? So dapat gawin po nating positive yung exponent ng k, not negative. So, diyan po papasok yung another law of exponent, the negative exponent. So ano po yung sinasabi ng negative exponent? So we have a raised to negative m. So kapag ang exponent daw po ay negative, then this will become equal to 1 divided by a raised to m. So notice here na yung exponent ng m ay naging positive from negative. So ano po yung ibig sabihin niya? Okay, take a look at the denominator of a raised to negative m. So ano po yung denominator dito? So wala pong naka-indicate. So understood na ang denominator po ay 1. So any number, any integer, or any variable na wala pong denominator, automatic 1 po ang denominator. So yung a raised to negative m ay numerator po siya. Okay. So this time, yung a raised to negative m, you are going to place it in the denominator. Okay? And then, change the sign of the exponent from negative to positive. So, paano po natin i-indicate na nasa denominator yung a raised to m? So, lalagyan po natin ng 1 yung numerator as numerator. Okay po ba? So, 1 divided by a raised to m. So, nawala na po yung kanyang negative. So, take a look here. So, para hindi po negative ang exponent na makukuha nating sagot, balikan po natin itong ating given problem. So again, k raised to 2 divided by k raised to 5. So alin po ang mas malaki ang exponent? Numerator or denominator? So mas malaki po sa denominator ang exponent 5. Sa numerator ay 2. So ganito po yung gagawin natin kapag sa denominator ay mas malaki yung exponent. Okay, so yung k raised to 2, ibababa po natin dito. Doon po natin isusubtract sa numerator, sa denominator. So anong maiiwan po sa numerator? So kapag wala po siyang kasamang variable, ang maiiwan po dito ay 1. Yung numerical coefficient niyang 1. Yung k raised to 2 lang po ang ibababa natin. Okay po ba? Kaya ito na po yung 1, okay, sa numerator. And then subtract 5 minus 3, 5 minus 2, that is equal to 3. Okay, so negative po ba yung exponent? Hindi po negative. Ano po? Positive po yung exponent niya. So, from k raised to negative 3, magiging 1 over or 1 divided by k raised to the 3 power. Okay, ito po yan. Okay? A raised to negative m will become 1 divided by a raised to m. So, para po maging positive yung exponent. For number 10 example, we have p raised to 9 t raised to 4 divided by p raised to 5 t raised to 5. So here, we have p numerator, denominator, and t numerator and denominator. So we are going to subtract. So this time, bago tayo mag-subtract para wala pong mag-negative exponent, ay tignan natin yung kanilang exponent. So for p, ang exponent sa numerator ay 9, sa baba or denominator is 5. So therefore, isusubtract natin yung p, yung kanilang exponent sa numerator kasi mas malaki yung exponent ng numerator. So this become 9 minus 5. Okay, this one. And then sa t naman, numerator exponent is 4, denominator exponent is 5. So mas malaki po yung exponent sa denominator, so dito po natin sa denominator i-subtract. So this will become t raised to 5 minus 4. Okay, 5 minus 4. Okay, pataas po. 5 minus 4. Okay, this one. Okay, para wala pong mag-negative exponent. So this become, if you subtract 4p raised to 4 and then t raised to 1. So 9 minus 5 is 4 and sa t naman 5 minus 4 is 1. Okay, notice here, ang exponent ng t ay 1, so pwede naman pong i-remove yung 1 na exponent. So this will become p raised to 4 divided by t. Okay? How about this number 11 example? 8a raised to 5, b raised to 8 divided by 2a raised to 11, b raised to 6. Okay, so kapag mayroon po tayong numerical coefficient sa ating monomial, pwede po natin silang i-divide. So here 8 and then dito po sa denominator ay 2. So we can divide 8 divided by 2, that is equal to 4. Okay? So 8 divided by 2, that is equal to 4. So ilalagay ko po yung 4 sa numerator kasi mas malaki po yung value sa numerator 8 kaysa sa denominator na 2. Okay. And then we have two variables, a and b. So, tingnan natin yung a raised to 5 and a raised to 11. So, anong mas malaking exponent? Numerator or denominator? So, denominator po ang mas malaki ang exponent kaysa sa numerator. So, dito po natin i-minus yung exponent sa denominator. So, this become a raised to 11 minus 5. Ito po, 11, then minus 5. Okay? For b naman, b raised to 8 and b raised to 6. So, 8 and 6. So, mas malaki po yung exponent sa numerator kaysa sa denominator. Kaya, dito natin isusubtract sa numerator yung exponent. So, b raised to 8 minus 6. Okay, this one. So, 8 minus 6. Okay? So, simplify natin. So, this will become 4 and then b, 8 minus 6 is 2. And then sa a, denominator, 11 minus 5 is 6. Now, is this the simplified answer or the simplified form? Meron pa pwedeng tating i-divide? Wala na. So, magkaibang variable, we cannot subtract the exponent. So, this is the simplified form of this number 11. For number 12 example, we have 15a raised to 6, b raised to 7, c raised to 6, divided by 5a raised to 2, b raised to 7, and c raised to 9. So this time, yung ating pong variables ay 3 sa numerator at 3 naman sa denominator. And then we have numerical coefficient. So again, we are going to subtract or divide rather the numerical coefficient. 15 divided by 5, that is equal to, okay, 3. Okay po ba? Okay, so 15 divided by 5 is 3. And then for A, 6 and 2 ang exponent. So 6 minus 2 is 4. And then for B, 7, 7. So 7 minus 7 is 0. And then for C, gawin ko po muna siyang negative. So C is 6 minus 9, that is equal to negative 3. So applying all the law of exponent here, so this will become, we can simplify as 3, and then a raised to 4, passive na po siya, simplified form. So times a raised to 4, and then yung b exponent is 0, that will become 1. So b raised to 0 is 1. Then yung c, negative 3 ang exponent, ibaba natin in the denominator just like this one to make it positive exponent. Okay? So here, paano po natin ipa-finalize tong magiging sagot natin? So notice here, wala po silang denominator itong 3, a raised to 4 at 1. So kapag walang denominator, understood, lahat po yan, ang denominator po niya ay 1. Okay, so dito po, ang numerator ay 1, ang denominator ay c raised to 3. So this time, we are going to multiply numerators kasi multiplication. 3 times a raised to 4 times 1 times 1. Okay, so this become, yan po yung magiging sagot. 3 times a raised to 4 times 1 is 3a raised to 4. So 1 times 1 is 1, times 3 is 3. And then yung a raised to 4. Ito na po yan. Okay? At sa denominator naman, 1 times c raised to 3 is 1c raised to 3 or c raised to 3 only. Now, can we or can you combine a and c here? So, hindi na po pwede kasi magkaiba po silang variable. So, therefore, this is now the final answer. Okay, so how about more complex example? For number 13 example, we have 32 m raised to 6 n raised to 8 divided by negative 8 m raised to 11 n raised to 1 or just n. So now, how are we going to divide this monomial by another monomial? Okay, first, we're going to divide the numerical coefficient. So the numerical coefficient is 32. Here is negative 8. So what is 32 divided by negative 8? The quotient is negative 4. And then for m raised to 6, then m raised to 11. So mas malaki po yung exponent sa denominator. So we're going to subtract 11 minus 6. So m raised to 5. Okay? So 11 minus 6 is 5. Pero sa denominator po natin lalagay kasi mas malaki po yung exponent sa denominator. And then sa numerator, lagyan po natin ng 1. And then for n raised to 8, and then n. So 8, 1. So mas malaki po sa numerator po natin ilalagay 8 minus 1 is 7. So n raised to 7. So here, the denominator of negative 4 and n raised to 7 are both 1. So pareho pong 1 ang denominator. So lahat po ng walang denominator na whole number, the denominator is 1. So we have multiply numerators, negative 4 times 1 times n raised to 7, that is equal to negative 4n raised to 7. Okay po ba? So negative 4 times 1 is negative 4 and then i-add lang natin itong n raised to 7. So negative 4n raised to 7. At ito naman pong denominator, 1 times 1 is equal to 1 times m raised to 5 is m raised to 5. Okay? So is this the final answer? So we have negative 4n raised to 7 divided by m raised to 5. So magkaiba po yung variable m at n. So ibig sabihin, hindi na po pwedeng i-simplify yung variable. At sa numerical coefficient, wala naman pong numerical coefficient dito greater than 1. So this is the final answer. But we can write this answer as can be negative 4n raised to 7 divided by m raised to 5. So yung negative ng 4, pwede pong ilagay sa tapat ng var po dito. Okay? Yung division var. Okay? So pwede pong ilagay dito yung negative. Okay? So it can be this the answer or this one. Okay, so to end up the lesson, I will give you activity. So let's find out if you learned the lesson. Okay? For number 1, we have 8y raised to 8 divided by 2y raised to 5. For number 2, 10m raised to 5 divided by 5m raised to 9. And for number 3, negative 30a raised to 6b c raised to 6 divided by 10a raised to 6 b raised to 7 c raised to 2. So you're going to answer or find the quotient. Okay, so again, this is dividing monomial by a monomial. Okay, so baka pwede naman pong malaman yung sagot ninyo sa activity na ito, 1, 2, and 3. Baka pwede naman pong paki-comment sa comment box below. Maraming salamat sa kaibigan. Kung natuto ka at nagustuhan mo yung video na ito, baka pwede mo naman pong i-click yung like. At kapag hindi ka pa nakasubscribe, i-subscribe na po dito sa ating channel. So hindi ka po magsisisi kasi lahat po ng video lesson ay i-upload ko po dito from first quarter to fourth quarter. Okay? So ipapaliwanag ko po yan sa inyo. Lahat po ng lessons ng grade 8 matatag.